Just remembered the irony of owning a Suzuki but wearing a Peugeot Talbot Sport jumper. Winning! Good morning. I am currently in a rather dark and dingy multi-storey car park in Leamington Spa. Because what better way to start the morning? I'm about to start my journey to head over to Rustival. I've never been to Rustival, but I've always wanted to go. Hopefully meet some really nice people and see some nice cars. Let's head over there. So here we are at the beginning. You can see all the wide cross-section of cars. That's the good thing about Rustival. It welcomes every single type of car. That's Bond Bug. It's a whole lineup of BXs. That's a BX14RE, 19RD, 16 TRS, TGS, probably almost every kind of BX you could get. It's an incredibly late Vauxhall Cavalier V6 alongside a Vectra. That is like my childhood right there. Crown Vic police car next to a Renault Clio. Don't normally see that in a car park every day. The Meowdy, which has raised lots of money. Ooh, £30,000 charity in the last 3 years. That deserves an applause. Rustbox rallies. And a whole lot of Volvos and Morris Minors as well. Cool, look at that green. Green with gold wheels. 2 Toyota Sierras, both in a very fetching shade of green. Bring back colourful cars again, that's all I can say. And talking of twinning, look at that. 2 green Suzuki Vitaras. The early ancestor to my car. Cool. Original Mark 1 Mondeo. It's another capsule from my past. These were everywhere. Where have they all gone? Pardon me, but a quick interruption to this video, and I encourage you to play a little game. Count how many times I say "caw" throughout the entire video. Try not to drink to it. You might get pissed. Carry on. Ooh. Renault Aventine. Anyone else remember that Top Gear episode? Ooh, beautiful Citroen DS. The one with the lights that turn with the steering. Very revolutionary. Oh, another Citroen DS. You don't see that. Volkswagen Mustang Mach-E, teal green Mercedes C-Class. The next to a Peugeot 206 and 306. That is a staple of my childhood. That's what the lovely thing is about Rustival, which I've noticed so far as a first timer. A lot of these cars remind you of cars that used to be around when you were kids. Ooh, a smart crossblade. If only smarts were that cool as they are ordinarily. Furious driving. Lineup. This Ford Focus. I don't think I've ever seen one of those before. Talbot Matra Rancho? God, that's a lineup. Mercedes 190E, Lancia Thema, and 2 Peugeot 205 GTIs. And then a pop bang colour Chevrolet Matiz. Love the variety. There's the Hubnut Ford Fairmont. Love watching these videos. And then his Avensis that he's recently sold. Is that really the world's ugliest car, do you think? I don't know, let me know. And this is Carmanic's Citroen C6. Fun fact, this was actually my mum's wedding car. Not this particular car, but she did have a C6 as a wedding car. This does bring back some memories. It's gorgeous. Royal Snail. Renault Clio and Renault 5 together. I must look like an absolute noob trying to do these Walkaround videos. First time doing one of these. Definitely amateur. I need a gimbal or something because my wrist is hurting. But it is good fun going around looking at all these cars and having fun. And I think that's what it's all about. Fiat Multipla. Cool. Design classic, I think. Pink Honda Jazz, because why not? Toys Corolla Saloon. With Ainsley Harriott in the passenger seat. There's iDriver Classics, Morris Minor, and her lovely red Humber as well. Ooh, I wonder what this is. It is a Hustler. I'm okay. It's one very sparkly Toyota MR2. God, look at the finish on that. There's a little MGF. I'm not a fountain of knowledge when it comes to these, but I believe this is Tahiti Blue. Very pretty. Then a brace of late gen Mondeos. Early Mark IV Fiesta. It's a lovely shade of blue. That's a sight. Scenic RX4. Precursor to today's crossovers. There's a Cash Machine Cars' £500 Porsche. Didn't know you could buy Porsches for 500 quid. Just shows you absolutely can. Auto Shenanigans Mustang and Skyline. Cool. Alpine A110. This is a cool lineup. Rover 75, Land Rover Defender, a motorbike, and a steamroller. Morris Minor than a C3 Picasso. Don't see that every day. Oh, this is rare. Citroen Visa GTI. I don't think I've ever seen one of these before. It's really nice to see. There's not many small cars around like this anymore. The nice and tidy Peugeot 306. I believe this is a phase 3? It's LX with wheel trims and nice soft squishy interior. I remember when these were everywhere. Nice original dealer plate as well. Audi A2. This is something of a future classic. Very interesting styling, very ahead of its time. Made from aluminium as well. It's the 1.6 petrol as well. Alfa 156 V6. These are a pretty car as well. You don't see these all the time. You'd think this is a Toyota Auris, but it's not. It's actually a Blade. I believe that's what it's called, Blade. Blade. These came with a 3.5 litre V6. V6 in something this size. Imagine your grandma having one of these, thinking it's just a normal engine car and it's actually a V6 out of a high performance car. Oh. Patchwork quilt Nissan QX. Poo. A very happy looking car, isn't it? The Mark 1 Twingo. Oh, look at that interior. Now this is something you don't see all that often. It's a Nissan Elgrand. My stepdad used to have one of these about 10 years ago, and that was our family transport. Much better than a modern SUV, I think you'll agree. In fact, where else do you see a modern Polo next to a Proton, next to a Mitsubishi Lancer Estate? Again, we love the variety. And then we have a Day Nubira, original one, and a pre-facelift Matiz. Again, you don't see them every day either. That's a nice sight to see. A Renault 5 and a Renault Clio. Now, if you're a fan of Top Gear, you'll recognise that this is a Chevrolet Lacetti, except it's not. Because what it actually is a Day Nubira. Because these were originally sold as Dayus before Chevrolet took over. I've never seen one of these before, not in the flesh. Very interesting. My microphone cut out at this point, hence the overdub audio. But this is a VW Polo Harlequin, a special edition version of the Polo. Could you just imagine the conversation in the showroom at the time? What colour would you like your Polo in, sir? Yes. And this was the result. certainly eye-catching. And in this bit of the car park, I forgot to come up to earlier, so I've missed a few quite nice treats actually. So not one but two escorts, both of them very early. The white one I believe belongs to the also driven channel. It's a very early escort, that white one. We've got a Hyundai Accent Coupe. Don't think I've ever seen one of these before. MG Cyberster thing. A couple of Saabs. Ooh, a 99. With the brick red interior. Delicious. And this is Laurie's Mechanical Marvels behind the scenes. And this is the Fiat 124 Spider, the Italian cousin to the Mazda MX-5. And I think I know which one I prefer. It's not this one.
Three, two, one.
Now that was an extraordinary day. That was my first visit to Rustival. Definitely won't be my last. It's brilliant. The amount of cars that were there, even like mundane cars that you would kind of wouldn't really think much of, but the amount of effort that's gone into keep them in the condition that they are, and people who are passionate about it as well, hearing some of the stories. Meeting a couple of people as well. Hello Classic Car Country, if you're watching. It's nice to meet you earlier today. Just all around a great day. And what was also interesting as well was watching the larger content creators kind of tell the stories of like how they've built themselves up over the years into the channels that they are today. So all in all, it's been a fantastic day. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please consider subscribing so I can create more content like this in the future. And I hope to see you on the next video. Take care.